Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. All right, let's go to the 1 Timothy. 1 Timothy chapter 15. That's what you said, right?
Verse 15.
1 Timothy 2. All right, so we're going to go up a little bit. Let me see where we want to start at. Let me see if I know what we talking about, the context or whatever the case may be. What's going on here? All right. Okay. Give me nine. No, give me verse 7. Let's start at verse 7. By the way, for everybody online, we on, right? Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, back in 1969. It's a Monday night class. I am Priest and Officer Kazak Damar, ISUPK Florida. We in Jacksonville, 103rd Street Library. Phone number 305-985-5453. You want to call in, ask a question, go ahead and do that. Right now we at 1 Timothy chapter 15, chapter 2, and verse 7. Go ahead and read out.
Okay. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 7. Whereunto I am ordained a preacher and an apostle. I speak the truth in Christ and lie not. A teacher of the Gentiles in faith and verity. I will therefore that men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands without wrath and doubting. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest appearance. In like manner also with shamefacedness and sobriety.
Okay, so
not with broad.
Stop right there. First thing he was doing, the thirst is real. First thing he was doing is he was explaining
and sobriety.
How a man's supposed to be, right? Okay, so how he would be as a apostle, how he would be as a apostle, how he would be as a teacher to the Gentiles. He teach a certain way. He said he would have men therefore pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands without wrath and doubt. Meaning, you're gonna be in the faith. What you gotta do is make sure you're gonna be in the faith. What you do, make sure you teach it. Otherwise, you're going to drop your sword. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to carry out the work that the Lord wants you to carry out. Right? But when you come with women professing godliness, but coming with women professing godliness, in like manner, I skipped one. In like manner, also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. So a man's supposed to have certain things that he does in the truth. Women is the same way. She's supposed to have certain things that she does that allows you to understand that she's attempting to please the Most High, that she's attempting to do what the Lord says. So she got to be in modest apparel. Shamefaced. What does it mean to be shamefaced? 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 Alright, anybody know what it mean to be shamefaced? Alright, anybody know what it mean to be shamefaced? Alright, anybody know what it mean to be shamefaced? Go ahead, Anybody know what it mean to be shamefaced? Go ahead, Anybody know what it mean to be shamefaced? Go ahead, Anybody know what it mean to be shamefaced? Go ahead, Anybody know what it mean to be shamefaced? Go ahead, I thought Masha Moore said something. I thought Masha Moore said something. That's the word. That's the word it used before that. It was talking about their apparel. It used the word modest. Before that, it was talking about their apparel. It used the word modest. Before that, it was talking about their apparel. It used the word modest. Before that, it was talking about their apparel. It used the word modest. Before that, it was talking about their apparel. It used the word modest. Humble is a good. Humble is a good way to describe it. We'll take humble. What you was gonna say, Nishab? We'll take humble. What you was gonna say, Nishab? We'll take humble. What you was gonna say, Nishab? We'll take humble. What you was gonna say, Nishab? We'll take humble. What you was gonna say, Nishab? We'll take humble. What you was
in the world or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like she don't give up, you know what I mean? She cares if her butt is sticking out of her bottom of her short or whatever, you know? That happens, she changed things, you know? She's like, she's embarrassed, so she changed things, you know? She's like, she's embarrassed, so she changed things, you know? She's like, she's embarrassed, so she
Alright, let me see what's going on. Alright, let me see what's going on. Alright, let me see what's going on. Hold on one second. Let me see what's going on. Hold on one second. Let me see what's going on. Hold on one second. Turn yours up. Let me hear what it's on. Turn yours up. Let me hear what it's on. Oh, I see. Turn yours up. Let me hear what it's on. Oh, I see. Y'all give me 1 second now. 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 Y'all give me 1 second. Y'all give me 1 second. Joint is making a crazy noise. All right, we good to go? Salaki for that. All right. Once again, if I can edit this video, ISUPK Florida, Monday night Truth 101 class, all right? The word I was looking for one of y'all brothers to say was proud. The opposite of proud. What's the problem with pride? We boast, but we don't boast in ourselves. What do we boast in the truth? Go ahead.
The Spirit of the Most High.
We boast in the Most High. We boast in our King, Yahushua. We boast in the works of the men that came before us, but we never boast in ourselves. Was that what I was talking about earlier? The thing about it is, right, when it's a woman or whatever, most of the time, when it's saying being same-faced, it's really just being proud about something other than herself. Being proud about her king. Being proud about what the Most High is doing. And that's very, very hard for a sister. So when it's talking about that, when it's saying being shamefaced, it's really just about checking yourself or checking your pride at the door. This is the reason why a sister should not have her head up or her chest out. It ain't about serving no man per se, but it's about serving the Most High. And this is what it's saying about women in the truth, how they supposed to be, right? In modest apparel, with shame-faced, meaning they're not full of pride, they're not full of ego, like they doing something so good in this earth when they won't even do what the Lord called them to do, which is serve their man, you understand? And sobriety. Now, this sober can be taken literally, but sober all the time in the Bible doesn't necessarily mean drugs or drinking, but it does work in this instance. If you are a sister in the truth, you should not be getting high. You should not be overrun with drinking too much, things of that nature. All right, because that ain't how they supposed to carry themselves. And this is what the same way he was saying early about, a man in the truth, how he's supposed to carry himself and all of this. Now he's talking about the sisters, right? But they represent, what did it say? Not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array, meaning not that a sister cannot dress up, look nice, anything like that, but that can't be the beauty that you see in the sister. She got to have a little bit more to offer than that. Though, what does she need to offer? Being modest, not being proud, being sober. You get where we going so far, Trooper, right? Trooper, you there? All right, keep reading.
You keep reading, sir?
Con.
Not with braided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array, but which becoming women professing godliness with good works. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Stop right there. Stop right there. But which becometh women professing godliness. This is only for a woman who says she want to serve the Lord. This is only for a woman who says she wants to be godly or be the type of woman that the Most High wanted. You ain't gonna get no sister in the world to be like this. First of all, she not gonna cover her funky behind up. Second of all, she's not going to be shamefaced because she's so proud and she knows every damn thing. Third of all, she's not going to be sober because that's all women in the world do is get high. And they hang with the dude who sells the drugs to get them high. And the dude who keep them drunk. And the dude who smokes out with them and get them pills and all of this other stuff. Right? And the only thing they have to offer is their hairdo, which is what he said. They gold. They red bottoms, all so on and so forth. So he's not talking about every woman when he's speaking about this. He's speaking about a woman who professes herself to be a woman of God. All right? Now, if you do profess yourself to be a woman of God, contrary to what the church tell you, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Meaning, she can do whatever she want to do. She could say whatever she want to say, but she gonna shut her damn mouth and subject herself to a man of the Lord. Meaning, if you subject yourself, that means you got the choice and the option to do what you want to do, but you choose to do this because you know it's right because the Lord said to do it. Does anybody not understand what I'm saying? All right, go to verse 12.
Oh, God. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to observe authority over the man, but to be in silence.
Listen, it's a lot of people who don't believe in the Old Testament, who believe in Paul, because it's all about grace and they can do whatever they want to do and Jesus is going to save their life or whatever the case may be, right? But when it comes to Paul talking about this, how a woman should be around the body of men, then now you got yourself a touchy subject. Now you got something that especially evangelist, missionary, deaconess, prophetess, bishop, pastor, Sabrina or whatever her name is at the church who's teaching this Sunday is not want to hear about the Bible. This is talking about a woman of God, and if she's going to, even if she thinks she knows something, subject herself to men of God and not try to teach them anything, nor try to be in authority over a man. But to be quiet. You'll hear this a million times in the UPK. It's in the Bible. We didn't make it up. If you got a problem with it, you got a problem with the Lord. Keep going out.
Oh, my God. For Adam was first formed. Then Eve.
Who came first? Adam was first formed, then Eve. This is talking about the way it came down. Who came in the truth first? Who came in the truth first? right? The man was giving the truth first, and then the woman. Keep going.
And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
All right, stop right there. Now, this is basically pulling out all of the things that was back in verse 9. The reason all of these things are important, for her to not be proud, for her to be sober, and for her to be covered up, is so she don't draw the wrong attention from a serpent that's looking to take advantage of her. She is the weaker vessel. A man don't have beauty like a woman. A man don't have the same type of traits that a woman have. A man cannot be a woman. So why would he try to? In the same breath, a woman does not have the same attributes a man has. So why would she try to? Everybody has a role in this thing. This is right here is talking about a woman who professes herself to be godly. If you ain't trying to do what the Lord say to do, then none of this applies to you. You just go ahead and take your punishment that the Lord is going to give you for doing your own thing. The man wasn't deceived. The serpent didn't come to him because the man already had made up his mind to do what the Lord said. Because the man already knew he wasn't nothing. Because the man didn't have no pride. He had work to do. Now we fell off too, following behind our woman. But in the beginning, this was not so. But the woman was being deceived, was in transgression first. Now, to answer your question, verse 15, read it.
Okay. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety.
The Lord gave her punishment. If you go back to Genesis 3:16, he said that this is your punishment, right? Now you're gonna have the pain when you continue to replenish the earth. You're gonna go through certain pain, and also now you gotta listen to your husband, and your desire, his desire shall be your desire. This was her punishment from all the way back then in the garden. Now, if she take the punishment and she continue to believe in the Most High, and continue to do good works, and continue to be separate, and continue to be sober, then that punishment is going to be enough for her. If she can let her husband's desires become hers, she don't need no more punishment. Because it's not her job to teach. It's not her job to go and go fishing and get brothers and bring them back in here and get them off drugs. She ain't got to do none of that. All she got to do is what the Lord said to do in Genesis 3:16. Have them babies and listen to her husband. And that alone will be enough to save her from any other punishment. You understand? All right, Most High Christ. What was the next question? Now, Salaki, on that, at the same time, if she don't do that, she gonna get a lot more punishment. Let's not miss that. All right. She ain't gonna be saved by that if she's not a woman of God. Just like we got to go through curses as men of God, even though we change our life or whatever the case may be, we still got to go through these curses, right? We still being punished. But if we continue to not do what the Lord said to do, we will get more punishment. Everybody understand, right? Same way with the sisters. So that being said, it's your job to make sure your sister, your women don't have more punishment than they should have. It's your job to make sure that this woman is modest and sober and and everything that the Lord said, so she ain't got to go through more hell being proud, being a sinner. You get it, right? You get it right out.
Oh, my conscience.
All right, Most High in Christ. The white man is the devil, right? That's what we going to?
Oh, conscience.
All right. I believe, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could have lost it. I could have lost it. Let me see here. I got that one wrote down too. All right, so I ain't gonna give you a whole the whole class because I was gonna go into that, right? But first thing we do is we go to Zondervan Bible Dictionary, look up devil. Let's do that first. It's probably gonna give you some old Christian answer. I'm not sure. But we'll start there and see what we come up with, all right?
It's like a video of the regular now. It's not what the
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Changes since she said something. All right. So here's the deal. Here's the deal, Shakar. Go ahead. Give me the definition.
Devil. Zondervan Bible Dictionary.
Everybody hear the brother? Go ahead, Op.
One of the principal titles of Satan, the arch enemy of God and of man.
Yeah, that's some old Christian stuff. Go ahead, Op.
In the New Testament, the word refers to Satan 35 times. The KJV uses the same word about 60 times to render the Greek daemonian, meaning demon. 3 times the word diabolos is used in.
All right, Salaki. All right, let's do this. Do it have anything about the Hebrew? No, right? All right, this is what I need somebody to do. Anybody got a concordance or a blue letter where they can look it up? Nobody got the blue letter Bible on their phone or on their computer or anything. All right, I'll do it. Huh?
I got it on my phone. What you want me to look up?
Devil. It should come up Hashatan or Shaitan, and it should give you a definition of what that word means in Hebrew.
What's the spell, sir?
Devil. Devil.
Oh, evil.
Devil out. Devil. Evil with a D.
Devil.
Yeah, kind.
Devil. Right. But I didn't know what. Okay, phone.
Did I say this is only supposed to be in the New Testament? No. Why did they only give it to me in the New Testament? Nah. No. It don't come up in the Old Testament, huh? You got it up? I'm looking for
God.
I don't know.
Yeah, it just gives me scriptures.
Are any of them in the Old Testament?
the New Testament, sir.
All of them in the New Testament, right?
Con.
All right. Give me I guess it's got to be harder than it really need to be, huh? Let me look it up. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get the definition because I want us to start there. But I want an accurate definition based on what the biblical definition. In the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, sometimes you'll look up stuff and you might get, like, if you look up Trinity, right? It'll tell you about things that are the Trinity or whatever the case may be, but it will not. All right, let's do that. Leviticus chapter 17, verse 7. Look up Leviticus chapter 17, verse 7, and the word is in there. And then tell me what word is that. All right, Nishak, Leviticus 17 and 7.
Con.
All right. Now, one second. I'm looking myself because I want to make sure I got it right. I'm surprised. It's not the word. It's not the word I'm looking for. Shah. It's not it. A lot of times it changes in the goat though. Oh, there it is. Nah.
Lucky, sir.
Go ahead.
So I found a devil in the Strong's, and it has the Hebrew word shed for it.
What's the word?
Shed.
Shit.
Or be shot.
Shot? Nah, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to look it up in a two-letter lookup. Hold on one second. In the meantime, the reason why I'm going through all of this is because I want an accurate definition of the word before I break it down. All right. Hold on. I guess so. Shad. I guess I'm not going to be able to pull it up that way. Somebody give me a regular Bible definition of the word devil. It could be go ahead.
I got devil in the Webster's.
Yeah, go ahead.
First definition, the personal supreme spirit of evil, often represented in Christian.
Keep going.
Second definition, I got an evil spirit, demon. Third definition, an extremely wicked person.
That's the one. That's the one that lines up, but that ain't what I'm looking for. Go ahead. I like.
Fourth definition: a person of notable energy, recklessness, and dashing spirit. Also, one who is mischievous. The fifth definition: fellow.
Three of them, right? Three of them. Three of them actually describe the white man. But hold on 1 second. 3 of them describe the white man, but none of them is the one that I was looking for, right? The one I was looking for was deceiver, liar, one who deceives. I had it in my notes where we found it at, where we get that from, the breakdown, all of that. But just off top, let's go into the Bible and see what the devil does, right? Give me Matthew chapter 4. Let's start there. I want are you in a, and you, Officer Shakar, are you in a spot where you can read?
Sir.
All right, no sweat. Somebody else go ahead and read Matthew chapter 4.
Matthew chapter 4. Start at verse 1, sir.
You can.
Sir. Matthew chapter 4 verse 1. Then was Yahushua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil.
First of all, stop right there. This is Yahushua. He was led up by the Spirit, right? Led up of the Spirit into the wilderness. What was the reason for him to go into the wilderness? To be tempted by the devil, the demon. Shiratazah, you still got that definition up, right? What was the second definition?
An evil spirit, demon.
What was the fourth definition?
A person of notable energy, recklessness, and dashing spirit.
These are the two we're going to focus on. Since those are the ones we found, we're going to even take it off a deceiver for a second. These are the ones we found inside of the dictionary as definitions, and these are 2 of them, right? So, a person of notable spirit, recklessness, and what was the last word?
Sorry, the other one. The last word was and dashing spirit.
And a dashing spirit. And what was and one more time with the second definition?
An evil spirit, demon.
All right. So when we talk about devil, we could be talking about an evil spirit, or we could be talking about a notable person with recklessness and a dashing spirit. All right. Right now, let's focus on the spirit, because, okay, the white man within himself is nothing but a man. Satan or Hashatan or whatever word we want to use to describe him is a spirit. But as we all know, spirits inhabit human beings. In other words, if you are in this class, then the Lord has put his spirit in yours for you to come out of the darkness of the lifestyle that you was living, destroying yourself and doing all type of reckless things, and destroying your family and your brothers and sisters and your tribes and your neighborhoods, and to come into something that's going to fix the problem, which it takes the Most High Spirit to do that. Precept. I know I wooed y'all to sleep. Y'all forgot what class y'all was in. Anybody?
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead.
Is it, I will put my spirit onto you as soul converted?
Absolutely. I will put my spirit unto you, but what you know where it's at or no?
I can't tell off the top of my head, sir.
All right. Anybody else know where it's at? It starts with an E.
Ezekiel.
36 and 27. Let's get it. Not you. I want you to hold your spot, Sharatazah.
Shalom, God.
You got it? Let's get it.
Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 27. And I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them.
All right, so this is the Lord's spirit right here. He said he was going to put his spirit in us, and you shall, it will cause you to walk in his statutes and keep his judgments. So if you are actively keeping the laws of the Most High, instead of doing your own will, instead of in your own lust and all of that, then it has to be through the spirit of the Most High. Because physically, your body wants what it wants. Your eyes want what they want. That's why in the spirit of being carnal or going against the Most High, then all you have to do is do your normal whatever you feel like doing. You understand? When we say it all the time, like they say devil's food cake, or it's sinfully delicious, or whatever the case may be, what they do is everything that's good to your body, that's good to you, is not good for your soul. These are two separate things. So when the Lord put his spirit on you, you have one spirit, which is a Holy Spirit, right? Meaning a separate spirit. What is it separate from? Very easy answer. Somebody give it to me. Go ahead. Every other spirit on the earth. There's only one Holy Spirit, one God, one faith, one baptism. Everything else is contrary to that. Now, what would make a person not want to follow or have this spirit or operate in this spirit? We just said it when we was talking about the sisters. Anybody? Go ahead.
Your lust.
Your own lust. Right? Now, this is the spirit of Esau. This is the spirit of the white man. General Muhammad was bringing it back. Like everything they want to do, their own personal lust and their own things that they love and want and desire, that becomes more important to them than anything that the God of Israel ever said. Ever. Thou shalt not kill. They have a desire to kill. They're going to kill. Thou shalt not eat this or eat that or be a homosexual. Everything. We just was breaking it down yesterday in class, and I said this one time, and I really just dwelt on it for a minute. And he was like, if you just do the opposite of what the white man does, you'll be keeping majority of the laws in the Bible. Majority of them. The reason why is because this is a person of notoriety or notable person. Ah, man, give me that definition one more time. Also, Sharatazah.
What's the
fourth definition?
A person of notable energy, recklessness, and dashing spirit.
What is this energy? This energy is the demon or the spirit that's in the second definition. Read the second definition.
An evil spirit, demon.
There it is. A person operating with this evil spirit or this evil energy that's reckless and of dashing spirit. All right. So here's the thing. What you got to understand, Officer Shakar, we talking about spirits, huh? It ain't a white man within himself that makes him evil. That's the spirit that's on him. It's no different than the spirit that was on Cain. It's no different than the spirit that was on some of the brothers that operate outside of the truth. They get that same spirit on them. The only way to overcome that spirit is to have the spirit of the Lord. This is why all Israel is not of Israel. This is why some 2/3 of us ain't gonna make it. All right, because we have that same spirit. But what did the Lord say about it? Give me 1 John chapter 2. 1 John chapter 2. I want to say it's 15. You got it up?
Come on.
When you get it, go.
1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world,
Love not the world,
neither the things that are in the world.
neither the things that are in the world. What's in the world right now? Weed, coke, pills, hoes, scampi shrimp, pepperonis, whatever you like, garlic crabs. I don't know what the hell y'all was doing in the world. Whatever it was that you love so much, that you choose over the Lord, that's what's in the world. And the scriptures say, love not that. Now, do not Esau love all of those things? Homosexuality, murder, deceit, lying, everything. Shakar, you with me?
At all times, sir.
Does Esau love all of that stuff? Is it not how he got every kingdom out of murder and blood and destruction and lying and deceiving everybody on the planet? Well,
At all times.
the scriptures talking to the Israelites said, love not the world, neither the things in the world. Keep going.
Come on. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
So let me ask you this. If you don't love the Most High, what would you be considered according to the Bible? Good or evil?
You'll be considered evil, sir.
You would be considered evil. So if you love the things of this world, partaking in your own thing, and hate the things of God, mainly the people of God, and then everything they stand for and all their rules and everything else, what would you be considered? Read the second definition, Officer Saratazar.
God won't come. An evil spirit, demon.
An evil spirit or demon. This is the spirit that's on the white man, so he inhabits that devil. Before it was a white man, that spirit was in Egypt. It was in Babylon, right? Egyptians was dark-skinned people. That's why Moses was mistaken as an Egyptian. It wasn't always on the white man. That came after Esau came, right? He inhabited and took on that spirit. And what happens is all the brothers and sisters who follow him. Now, here's the thing. I done went around the world. All that's in the world is Salakia.
Oh. Verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world.
You see that?
If he let this stop.
It's all good.
Come.
For all that's in the world is the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. Okay, an evil spirit, this is what's going to happen. You are going to either fall victim to your lust or your pride. What does pride make you do? Pride will make you drop your sword. Pride will make you not come into the truth. Pride will make you not want to say Khan out of one Khan. Pride, right? You know what the Lord is telling you to do? You don't want to do it. What does that say about you? You bigger than the Lord, right? You bigger than the Lord. Let me ask you a question, Officer Shakar. Why would there have to be chariots and men of renown and soldiers and warriors to take Esau off his throne? Why?
Because he won't give up his power before
Say what now?
he won't give up his throne easily.
Why not?
Because he's proud. He thinks he deserves to be on top.
He won't give up what? What do you say?
So I said that, he won't give up his throne easily because he believes he needs to be on top. He's too proud.
He's too
He's
proud.
entitled.
Give me Proverbs 16 and 18.
Right.
Go ahead, whoever got it.
Proverbs. Federal cop. Proverbs.
You still stuck?
16.
Calm.
Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Better it is to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud.
All right, let's break that down, right? Pride cometh before destruction. What does that mean? Anybody?
Before.
Not you, not you, not you,
Oh, cut off.
Anybody else? Y'all in class tonight?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's like your pride, like your pridefulness. Like let's say like a boxer or something. Like he's so proud. He got so much pride. He thinks that he underestimates his opponent, and that pride is what he does. He's not humble. You know what I'm saying? And that pride can bring him to his destruction. Sort of like an example I'm trying to give. Kind of like Anthony Joshua. He was had so much pride. He thought he couldn't be taken down, but that Issachar brother destroyed him.
You own it. It was a particular word I was looking for, and it's in the next verse. The thing is, if you read in Romans 9, where the Lord said he raised up Pharaoh, right? Why did he raise up Pharaoh? Go ahead.
In order to show his power.
In order to show that he was mightier than Pharaoh. Everybody understand? The Lord wants you to understand that he is the most powerful thing in existence. He is the creator of heaven and earth. He is all that is all, the most high power. There are other powers, but he is the most high power, right? Esau don't believe that. Y'all don't believe me, do you? Well, pride, which is what Donald Trump, the American government, and all these billionaires that run the world believe that they have. They think that they cannot be brought down. They cannot be destroyed. Nobody will ever do anything to them. This is all in the Bible. But better is it to have a humble spirit and to be in the low. Like right now, we in the trenches with the people in the gutter, and we're planning on serving our King. Right? It's better to do that than to divide the spoil with the proud. Because while he's so proud, just like the brother just said, somebody unexpected is going to take him out the game. Give me Obadiah chapter 1. This is where you really want to go at, officer. This is where you want to go at to prove that the white man is the devil. All right? Huh?
Start 1.
Yes.
Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Most High Power concerning Edom.
Concerning who?
Edom.
Who is Edom, Officer Shakar?
The white man, sir.
The white man. So this is what the Lord said about Edom. Go ahead,
Come. We have heard a rumor from the Most High, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen.
Among who?
The heathen.
Somebody was coming to represent among the heathens. Go ahead.
Come. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Okay, keep going.
Come. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
This is talking about Edom. I have made thee small among the heathen, right? The white man can't have but 1 or 2 kids. The Chinese people, they got so many kids, they got to stop you from. It's got to be a law that you cannot have kids, right? Every other nation on the planet is still fruitful. White people can't do that. They've been trying to destroy black people for over 500 years. They kill us. We have 8 babies. You understand? We ain't gonna even talk about Ephraim. Lord have mercy. Not even gonna go there. Anyways, I have made thee small among the heathens. So meaning Esau is not the biggest nation among the heathens. But guess what? Keep reading.
Come. Thou art greatly despised.
He's the most despised, though. Everybody knows about this devil. Everybody. Here's the key point. Go ahead.
Come. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Who's more proud than the white man? He ain't invented nothing. He ain't did nothing. But you look on there, he's the people out of Egypt. He's everything everybody wants to be. He's the gods of Egypt. He's the last samurai. He's everybody. His pride won't even allow the greatest black man to ever walk the earth to be portrayed as a black man. He got to turn him white. His pride has deceived him. Who is it talking to? Keep reading.
Come. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Thou that did what?
Dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
What they call him? A caveman? So easy a caveman can do it. What does that mean? What is that talking about? It's talking about Esau. Thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock. Keep going.
Come. Whose habitation is high. That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
There it is right there. We're going to get a space force. We're going to battle Yahushua in space. This is the white man. This is his personification. This is what is his problem. This is the reason why the Lord said, don't eat pork, and he says it's the other white meat. The Lord said we should have virgins. He says you should have whores. The Lord said, the Lord says, you shall not murder, and he goes by getting every single thing he can by murder and destruction and lying and deceiving and everything else. Everything that the white man does is against the Lord. Everything. Everything. This is why Christ said what he said when he said, those my enemies who would not have me reign over them, bring them and slay them before my face. Because he already know. He already know that this man's pride has deceived him. His habitation is high, meaning everywhere you go, you see Esau. He the one did the skyscrapers and all of that because he liked to sit on the top floor because it reminds him of the mountains, the clefts of the rocks where he came from. You following me, Shakar? And this statement right here, it said, thou hast said in thy mind or in thy heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? This is exactly the spirit and the mind of the white man. Who gonna bring it? And this is including the Most High. Not even God. I am God. How many times you heard Cracker say that in the movie? Salaki, how many times you heard the white man say that in the movie? I am God. Go ahead. Yeah, it happens. It's common, right? It's common. Or playing God. You heard people say that with all the technology and all of that they use. Right? Go ahead to verse 4.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Most High.
All right. We could read the whole Obadiah. It's going to talk about Esau, the white man. And it's going to tell you everything that's in here in this Obadiah is talking about the white man. Everything. And it's all telling you that he's the person who read the fourth definition one more time, Shiraz. I can't remember it for some reason. You done said it enough. Salaki for having you keep going back. Go ahead, Al.
How you doing, sir? For definition, a person of notable energy, recklessness, and dashing spirit.
This is Esau. This is Edom. A person of notable spirit. What is that notable spirit? The spirit of Satan. The spirit that's against the Most High. The spirit that gets black people, Hispanic people, and Native American Indians to go against the Most High. This is what Satan's job is in the earth. The spirit that tests you. It tests all Israelites. This spirit, this evil spirit, Satan, that is inhabited by the white man on the earth, will test every single Israelite that walks the earth. You don't believe me, do you? Let's go back to Matthew chapter 4. Start over from verse 1. Con. Now that we know what's in the world, let's break that down. The lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. Go ahead. I might have to have Yamayan read.
Alright.
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you read for a little bit. One more yarn.
Matthew chapter 4, verse 1. Then was Yahushua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil.
To be tempted by the devil. Now, this devil that is talking about is not the white man, but is the same spirit that the white man and that encompasses the white man, or that the white man inhabits. You understand? That's verse number 2. Verse number 2 was a demon, right? An evil spirit. Yahushua, the greatest black man to walk the earth, was tempted by the devil. So what make you think you so good that temptation is not going to come your way? Now, the difference is, are you strong enough to do what Yahushua did? Let's see what he did. Go ahead to verse 2.
And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered.
Yo, Yahushua was on a roll, man. He ain't even trying to eat. He feeding his spirit, man. He totally left the carnality of living here. I would not suggest you try to do it. Plenty of people have died trying to do it. All right? You're not Yahushua. Seek counsel. Keep going now.
And when the tempter came to him, he said,
now let's put this in perspective. The tempter that came to him was the evil spirit, but let's say this is a white man. Just like we said about the garden when coming to Eve, it was just a tempter. It was just somebody, a person that inhabited the spirit of evil or a demon to tempt the children of Israel into going against the Lord. This is the white man's job. You understand that, Shakar, right? All right, keep going up.
If thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread.
Who are the sons of God in the Bible? Anybody? Go ahead. Israel, the children of Israel. So now, also angels, but yeah, the children of Israel is what I was looking for. Now, so if a tempter came to you, Salakia for the way, as a nigga in the hood, and he told you, you hungry, right? Why don't you take these stones and go get you some bread? Why don't you take these stones and turn them into bread? What would you think he was talking about? Modern day, 2005. Go ahead.
Talking about selling drugs.
Selling dope. This is not what's happening here, but I'm trying to get you to understand that this spirit encompasses man, and it can be used over and over. The same temptations. We was in the middle of the spirit. In the middle of the wilderness, the Lord had Moses and all of them. He's about to give them a land flowing with milk and honey, and all they want to do is go back to Egypt and have what they had then. to tempt you with something that's against what the Lord wants you to have. That is the white man's job. Why don't you sell these records? Why don't you for our sisters? They pushing, instead of the modesty and the sobriety and all of this other stuff that was pushed for a woman of godliness, is promiscuous. I don't know how to say that word. Promiscuity. Is that right? Anyways, take your damn clothes off, show everybody your box, and you'll get paid. This sound like Cardi to the stage. Y'all understand what I'm saying? This is the spirit of the white man. It's the same spirit that the devil had. It says the devil, that same devil that tempted Yahushua, the same devil that tempted the children of Israel to where they was in the wilderness just seeing the army of Egypt, the Lord kill their firstborn, swallow up their entire army, and then when he come down from writing the 10 Commandments, they out there making a calf. Oh, by the way, that word that I was looking up was goat. The Hebrew word for devil is goat. We ain't going there. But anyway, keep going now. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I just didn't hear you when you said you know what is goat.
Goat.
Oh, okay.
It's a different Hebrew word, but if you look up the word devil in the Old Testament, you're going to get goat. If you go right now on Wall Street, you got Merrill Lynch, you got all these different places. A bull or a goat, it represents a God that is not the Most High of Israel. All right, it is worshipped. A bull or a goat. It's a hairy, whatever the case may be, if you look it up by definition. That has nothing to do with it. I just made the point because if you look it up in the Old Testament or whatever the case may be, that's what you're going to come up with. The point I was making was, it's not so much the person, but it's the spirit that's on the person. Because you have brothers and sisters that operate in the spirit of Esau, and they not Esau. Because it's the spirit of Satan. It's not the spirit of the Most High. All right? So don't think, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, if you're looking at it from the perspective of a Christian, you're going to be like, well, they saying the white man is the devil, but it ain't about the white man. Well, you got more blacks killing blacks than white people. Well, you got more blacks that's living with blacks and fighting for crumbs because of white supremacy. All of this is done by the white man, and it's all tools to get black people to stop serving the Most High. At the end of the day, really, the point is, he is the face of Satan. He is the face of evil spirits. But at the end of the day, those spirits can be on anybody. The Lord set it up that way. And he been doing this all the way back to Yahushua. Go ahead to verse 4.
God. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God.
This is what you want to do when you're dealing with the white man. Whatever he say, whatever he offer you, you want to match it up against what the Most High say. See if it go together. If he say pork is the other white meat, see if that's what the Most High say about it. If he say lobster is a delicacy, you should enjoy this. See what the Most High say about it. If he say ain't nothing wrong with the strip club, it ain't tricking if you got it. See what the Most High said about that. All right? Mr. Steal Your Girl. All of these are the things that are personified in black music that was given to us by the white man. They got this thing out, you know what I'm saying, where they was talking about when the X-Clan and Public Enemy and all these different rap groups came out, and then all of a sudden you had NWA and all these other gangster groups to convince brothers to keep. This is all a part of Satan's plan to keep black folks doing stuff that they can lock them up for 100 years, go against it. If you do, it said, where's the one that say, anybody got that scripture that's like, they say that they ain't doing nothing wrong because they left their God or something like that. Who say we not guilty because they went against their God. It's similar to that. I don't got it. I'll try to find it if I have it. But right now, what we talking about is the white man, right? What Yahushua did, he say he answered and said, "It is written." Where is it written at? In the scriptures. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High. Right? Go ahead to verse 5.
Then the devil.
Then the who? Then the who?
The devil.
Here we go with the devil. Go ahead.
Taketh him up into the holy city and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple.
Let me tell you something about the white man. The white man will put you on the top of the world if you want to be. If you ever heard about the producer's couch in Hollywood, you wonder why. What's the other dude, the big black dude that said that the dude grabbed his rod in front of his wife, Terry Crews? You wonder why cats like that end up on every movie in Hollywood and then be on TV crying and acting like a little bitch, talking about somebody grabbed his rod in front of his rib and he ain't do nothing. This is all because he wanted to be on that pinnacle. He wanted to stay up on top. Y'all don't believe it. They got all kind of conspiracy theories that me and Captain Contazar used to be into before we got in the truth that we was concerned with because we wanted to be rappers. Salakia. The white man got it for you. He inhabits that spirit. The devil gonna take you up into the holy city and set you up on a pinnacle, and this is what he gonna say to you. Read verse 6.
And he saith unto him, If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down. For it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee.
You think
in their hands.
You think the devil don't know the scriptures? You think he don't know who you are because you didn't? The white man knows who you are. He know who he is. Ain't no excuse for the things that he doing if he ain't know no better. He knows, Go ahead,
That scripture, when he say that he has done anything wrong because, we left our God.
You got it?
Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherd has caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their restraining place. Like their resting place.
Their resting place, right. Keep going.
All that find them have devoured them.
These are all the other nations on the earth. Their adversaries what?
Their adversaries said, we offend not. Because they have sinned against their Most High.
So who is your adversary in this earth? It's Esau. It's Edom. It's the other nations. Everybody who stepped on us, got their foot on our neck. And they said, we offend not. You know why? Because they know they can't touch you if you're doing what the Lord said. They know Deuteronomy 28:1. They know it. They know Deuteronomy 28:15. You just figured it out. They had these records back when you was in slavery. They had these records back in 1611. They had these records back thousands of years ago. This is why Christ answered and said, it is written. It was already here. You're the last one to know about it. You know why? Because you was in the Christian church. What did it say about their shepherds? Go up one where it's talking about their shepherds are in the shop.
to go astray.
It's their fault. It's their fault. It's the pastor's fault while we got to sit here and have a breakdown about whether the white man is the devil. All of this stuff that I'm bringing out is in the Bible. You see what he did? You see what he's doing now? Who got more pride than the white man? Pride coming before destruction. What's coming to America pending? Destruction. Why? Because the Lord has to break them down. For this very reason has he raised up America, so he can show his might and power in the world. It's the same thing. It's like a cycle out. You get it, right? Now, second thing. And he said unto him, if you be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written. Where is it written? In the scriptures. He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. What Satan will do to you is use what you believe and have faith in against you. You better be careful. He is a deceiver. He is a liar. Right? Keep going up.
Yahweh said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Most High thy power. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceedingly high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them.
There it goes again. You could be LeBron. You can be Jay-Z. Name whoever you want to out. Right? Name whoever you want to. At the end of the day, really is about the choice that you get to make in Deuteronomy 30 and 19. You want to choose to follow after who your God is, which is the white man, or do you want to follow after the God that created heaven and earth? This is all it is. And the white man is there as a deceiver, the same way that same spirit was in the serpent in the garden right now, to prove to the Lord that you love the things of this world, that you love your own personal lust and your own fleshly desires more than you love what the Lord loves and what the Lord desires. Everybody following me? All right. So, I don't know if I'm answering your question, but I'm on a roll. Let's get John chapter 8, verse 44. All he did to Yahushua was play on his pride. You are the Son of God, right? Why don't you jump down? Let the angels catch you. That's pride. If Yahushua would have did that, you responded, you can't tempt the Lord out. Don't tempt the Lord out. It's written. You hungry, right? That was his lust. Carnally, he would have been hungry if he fasted all that time. Spiritually, man should not live by bread alone, but by the words that come out of the womb. Like the Lord gonna feed you out. It's a lot of things. What Yahushua did is put on a textbook version of how you deal with the white man, how you deal with Satan, how you deal with evil spirits or men that inhabit evil spirits. But everything that it said the devil did, that's what the white man doing to you right now. Right now. Somebody got it?
Come on.
Let's get it.
John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil.
Ye are of what?
Your father the devil.
How are these? He talking to Pharisees, right? They're supposed to be Israelites. Ye are of your father the devil. What does he mean? Keep going.
Come on. And the lust of your father ye will do.
All that's in the world is the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. Ye are of your father the devil. You love the white man. You trying to save the white man. You want to move in a white neighborhood. You want to hold hands with little white boys and little white girls. Little black boys and little black girls want to sleep with little white boys and little white girls. Because you are of the lust that he has. Y'all ain't tell me y'all ain't grow up watching little HBO where they show the little little bad body, little white chicks with little titties and all that when you was a jit. Everybody watched that. We are taught this thing from birth because we live in this society. We taught this from birth because we live in the white man's world. All that's in the world is the lust of the eyes, the things you see, the lust of your flesh, the things you want to feel, and your pride. And because of that, you are of your father, the devil. And the lust, what he said?
And the lust of your father ye will do.
The same thing the white man doing. That's what you want to do. Check this out. Keep going.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
He was a murderer from the beginning. Keep going.
And abode not in the truth.
Right.
Because there is no truth in him.
Ain't no truth in him. He's a murderer. He's a liar. He's full of pride. And he does everything he feels like doing in the earth. Whether it's sleeping with little boys, sleeping with little girls, sleeping with dogs, etc., etc. These are all things that Israelite people naturally would not do because they are a law unto themselves. But because we taught that it's okay by our oppressor and the people that rule this world, that's why we do it. All right, keep going.
Because there is no truth in him.
Let's keep talking about this man lying. Why is he stressing the lying part, Shakar? Ain't no truth in him. Everything he says is a lie. Let me ask you this. The serpent that was in the garden, when he told Eve, what did he say the Lord was doing? What did he say about the Lord and his words and what he said?
He told Eve that nothing will happen. She does know.
Huh? Yeah, so what, if the Lord said something would happen and he said nothing would happen, what is he saying about what the Lord said?
So he's calling the Lord a liar.
He's calling the Lord a liar. Who's the liar? The Lord said blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian people were the greatest people on the earth, the salt of the earth, and we would rule the earth. What does the white man have to say about that?
He says we're not that.
He says the Lord is a liar. The Lord said, if you want to live, you should not eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, anything that doesn't part of the hoof. Da 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 da. What does the white man say about all those foods? They're great. They're great and they're wonderful, and you should eat them. All right. Keep going out.
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
He is a liar and the father of it. This is where we get that the devil is a deceiver or a liar. Nobody lies more than the white man out. Nobody has lied about everything. He lied about the color of Christ. He lied about who you are. He lied about who the real Jews are. He lied about what history that he has. Everything he has lied about. This is what we talk about when we say devil, right? It did say devil, right? You are of your father the devil. He is a liar. Keep going.
And because I tell you, it's like you. And because I tell you the truth, you believe me not.
See, that's the thing. And he's got Israelites so comfortable with the lies that the truth becomes uncomfortable. The truth becomes uncomfortable because you want to believe a lie. What's the lie? We all gonna be in one rainbow coalition singing Kumbaya and serving white Jesus. Everybody can go to heaven. The Lord loves everybody. Is that what the scripture says? No. But the white man convinced you to call God a liar. You get that, right? Is there any more to that?
Oh, God.
Yeah, verse 46.
Yeah, go ahead and keep reading now.
Calm. Verse 46. Which of you convinceth me of sin?
Nah, you could drop that. You could drop that. We could go into that, but that ain't what it's gonna be. All right. Let me get Revelations chapter 12, verse 9, real quick. What you gotta understand, Shakar, is it's a spirit that's on the white man that makes him the devil. It's the spirit that's on the white man that makes him the devil. Ain't got nothing to do with his skin color. Ain't got to do nothing. The Lord created him for a certain purpose within the earth. Right? Just like he created. Are you familiar with the angels and demons breakdown? Where you got the angel, Satan, doing exactly what the Lord says, going to and fro, testing people to see if they are worthy of the kingdom. Are you familiar with that?
I know that one.
Okay, well, the white man is number 4, definition number 4, a man of renown who is, what do they say, with a dashing spirit, or a man of notoriety or notability or whatever it is, with a dashing spirit. And that spirit is the spirit of Satan. Okay? It's the same spirit that was in the garden. It's the same spirit that was on Pharaoh. It's the same spirit that was in Babylon. It's the same spirit that was in Assyria. The Persians had this spirit. The Medes had this spirit. Rome, once Alexander the Greek came out, that's when that spirit was put on the white man, and it's been there ever since. And America is just an extension of Rome. But it's the same spirit that's always been. It ain't always been on the white man because there was not always white people. You get that, right? All right. So give me Revelation chapter 12, verse 9.
Revelations chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
You see that right there? And that at the end of this story, that dragon was cast out. Right? That great dragon was cast out. Let me make sure I got the words right. They gave me the old King James 21. I don't even know what that is. And the great dragon was cast out. That old serpent. What serpent? The serpent from the garden. Called the devil. And Satan. Why is it naming all these different names? Because that spirit inhabited a bunch of different nations and different people. You don't believe me? Wait till we finish this. Which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. His messengers, the people that follow him, the people that did his bidding, what they call demons, were cast out into the earth with him. Who are those people now? It's your politicians. It's your governments. It's your billionaires pulling strings. Not to get spooky. It's what niggas in the hood call the Illuminati. So on and so forth. All right? Everybody working with wickedness in high places. The thing that we battle on the streets and in these classrooms and in the hood every single day. All right? Give me I lost my train of thought. Oh, Psalms 83. Now, the reason why all the focus is on the white man is because he's ruling. He's ruling in Europe. He's ruling in Africa. He's ruling in America. He's ruling in Canada. He's ruling everywhere except for the places where the heathens that are smart enough to keep him out of there are ruling. Remember it said, I made thee small amongst the heathens, but thou is greatly despised. Remember the Obadiah, right? Kim Jong-un, whatever his name is, the Arabs, none of them don't want Esau over there because they know what happens. He lies, destroys, and takes over. But everywhere else, he ruling around the earth. Here's the thing, though. Everybody is in it with Esau because they know who's supposed to be ruling, and they're afraid. Give me Psalms 83. Is it 83, y'all? 80. Start from verse 1.
A song or psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
What is the white man?
Thine enemies.
The devil is what?
Thine enemies.
Follow me here because I'm shifting gears. Keep going.
Come. And they hate thee. Slack it. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Here's the thing right here. At the end of the day, the deceiver, Hashatan, the enemy, Satan, the devil, the white man, has also taken crafty counsel against you. Keep going.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones. Go ahead.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation.
At the end of the day, this is what it's all about. They know you're supposed to rule this earth, and the moment you stop wanting to get high and sleep with whores and deal with everything moving and break every single law the Lord gave you. Remember we read it? It said, they said we offend not because they the ones broke the law they got. The moment you stop doing that, they know you are going to rule over them. So they have taken crafty counsel and said, let us cut them off from being a nation. Let's put Planned Parenthood in they neighborhoods. Let's have them aborting their babies at $500,000 a year. Let's take all the daddies out the house. Let's turn them into flaming homosexuals by the time they 12 years old. Let's tell them a woman don't know how to treat, no, a woman know how to treat a woman better than a man do. Let's put everything we can to destroy these people and cut them off from being a nation. This is Satan at work. This is the white man's agenda and his plan. Keep going on.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
No, are they talking about the Israel people that's over there in Israel right now? No, they talking about you, nigga. They talking about you, Spick. They talking about you, Savage Red Man. They talking about you. That you will be no more. Keep going.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
They are what?
Confederate against thee.
What in the world is confederate, and why is it in the Bible? First thing you think of when you hear confederate, what do you think of? Anybody? Go ahead. Hold on 1 second. The trooper here says Salakia first. Go ahead, Al.
That flag.
He said the Confederate flag. Is that what y'all was gonna say? Who waves the Confederate flag? You ever seen, go ahead. You ever seen an Arab waving the Confederate flag? An African?
Hell no.
God forbid, right? Hell no.
Right.
They are Confederate against thee. Now that word and the Confederate flag is two different things. It's the same word, but my point is, it's certain things in there. Like when it said, thou exalt thyself as the eagle, thou that dwelleth in the cleft of the rock. The Lord got a way of speaking to his people where you know exactly what he's talking about. If you don't believe it, he gonna tell you who it is that he's talking about. Keep reading.
The tabernacles of Edom.
Who is first? Who first?
The white man.
Exactly. Out of all your enemies that he about to name, he gonna break down the whole thing. Who is first? Who's confederate against you? The tabernacles of Edom. first and foremost. We can read all the other ones. Keep going now. You can go a little bit.
Con. And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
Remember they're saying the white man is Edom, Esau is the Arabs. Some of them say that, right?
That's what they say.
So who would that make the white man? Is he Ishmael? He's second. He's still Confederate against you. It don't even matter. The Tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes. Keep going.
Con. Gabal and Ammon.
Keep going.
And Amalek.
And keep going. Amalek. We call him out. That's Esau too, right? Wasn't Amalek one of Esau's grandsons or something like that? I'm sure he was. Keep going.
Con. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
That's all them dirty stinking Africans right there. Keep going.
Con. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot.
So you can stop right there. Give me Revelations 12 and 12. I do believe I made my point, right? Officer Shakar, you got me? This ain't even the white man is the devil breakdown out. Obadiah's in there. This ain't even the white man. This is just things that's in the Bible that's there that will tell you that the white man is the devil. You don't even need the breakdown. Go ahead.
So what I got from this verse was how you brought out a revelation that the devil and his enemies are all the people that work with you.
Absolutely. Here's the thing though. When you was growing up, did you ever wonder why white people hate you so much? You ever wondered, like, all we did was pick their cotton. All we did was build their buildings. All we did was pay their streets, invent all of these things that white people took credit for. All we did was love the white man and he still hated you. You ever wonder why that was? The answer is right in the Bible. Here's the answer. Revelations 12 and 12. Somebody read it.
Revelations.
1 second now. Go ahead.
Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens.
Rejoice. Go ahead.
And ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
So stop. Rejoice, the people that's going to be in heaven. And woe, destruction to the people that's in the earth and in the sea. Keep going.
For the devil is come down unto you.
For what?
The devil is come down unto you.
Put the white man where it say the devil at.
For the white man is come down unto you.
Go ahead.
Having great wrath.
And having great wrath. Why is he so mad? Why is the white man hate? Why does Donald Trump and his people hate you so much? Mr. Mexican? Why? Mr. South American?
Because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
Because his time is almost over. His wrath is almost up. His time of being on high is almost up. That's why they hate you, huh? You got it, Shakar?
Nah, sir.
Most High in Christ. But Quash, go ahead with your question.
Yeah, so now I was gonna read up on the chapter.
All right, Most High in Christ. Anybody in here don't think the white man is the devil? I know you gotta think that. You in the ISUPK class, huh? But is there anybody else on the earth that has done more lying, deceiving, and more deceit that has brought the Lord's people down to a lower state more than the white man? We done been under every other nation. None of them were as bad as this one. This one right here. This one right here, you got to look at your child at about 3 or 4 years old and be like, he ain't moving right. We got to toughen him up. He done saw something on the little cartoon that's got him weak and soft. Well, you got to actually check and make sure you raising a warrior, or make sure that you raising a daughter of Zion, because by 5 years old, she going to be twerking on YouTube. Huh? The white man that did a number on us. Huh? He is the devil the Bible speaks of. He is. He inhabits the spirit of Satan. This ain't something we saying because we got a problem with his skin color. It's something we saying based on facts, prophecy, evidence, so on and so forth. All right? He proved it. How else do you think you get 2 million blacks and Hispanics in the prison system when the white man breaks more laws than anybody else? They are confederate against you, the tabernacles of Edom. All right? Anybody got any questions on topic? Go ahead.
Yeah, I had a question. I was wondering, is it okay to go like to funerals to visit, like if you had a loved one or passed from someone in your family to go? Is it okay to go to funerals?
All right, 1 second. We'll get to that. Anybody else got any question on topic? All right. All right, back to the brother's question. Is it okay to go to funerals? There is no law in the Bible that says you should not go to a funeral. All right? They mourned Moses. They mourned the dead. They gave it about 2 or 3 days. Here's the problem, though. Every funeral you're going to go to is going to be the opposite of what the Lord said to do with this dead person. All right? First of all, if it was a real temple, which the Christian church is not, there should ever be anybody who even been around a dead body in the temple. Every Christian funeral, they bring the dead body in the so-called temple. Wrong. Second of all, you are to mourn them, and everything that they did on this earth was done by the Most High. But they, the greatest people on the planet that particular day. Nigga ain't do nothing but smoke crack his whole life, beat every woman he had, rape people, sell drugs, and he is going to heaven that day. Here's the thing. When you're in the truth, you have a work that you are called to do by the Most High. You cannot be like everybody else. What does that mean? My people, for the most part, if it ain't very, 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 very close, I'm probably not going out. I would rather remember them the way they was. Maybe I'll send some flowers or something like that, just in the spirit. Here's the point. We got work to do. As a trooper, all you can do at this point, read the Bible, help us get this camp equipment out, set up, help us get it done, read in class. You can't teach. As an officer, right now, I usually go out and put flowers on my daughter's grave every now and again or something like that. She ain't there. I'm smart enough in the truth to know it. She ain't even there. This is things that people in the world do. Something that a nigga had lagging coming into the truth, right? So, here's the point. You're around a dead body, you're unclean for 7 days. You are unable to do the work of the Lord. You are unable to come into the temple. If you really care about this work and you really all about raising up the Lord's people, and you want to see that person that died come back and inherit the kingdom of heaven as opposed to coming back in hell and doing this all over again on the bottom, then what you would do, it would behoove you to be doing the work of the Lord while everybody else is sitting around moping and crying and worried about this person that is not going to even be at the funeral that you having. Funerals are for people who are mourning. They are not for the dead, because the dead people ain't there. They dead. No, there's not a law that says you should not go. But if you're going to follow Christ, there's a precept, right, that's in the Bible that will tell you what Christ thought about it. Are you familiar with it, Bakwash? Go ahead, Luke chapter 9, verse 60. Let's get it. Matter of fact, you can start at like 59. Luke 9 and 59, real quick.
Book of Luke, chapter 9 and verse 59. And he said unto another, Follow me. So he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father.
To bury who?
My father.
My auntie.
My father.
My grandma.
My father.
My father. Don't get no closer than that up. Unless you grew up in the hood, then you got your mama. Right? You ain't got no daddy. But this is this man's father, and the Lord, Yahushua, the king, he like, I want to follow you. I want to be a part of what you got going on, but let me go and bury my daddy first. Keep going up.
Verse 60. Yahushua said unto him, Let the dead bury the dead.
Let what?
The dead bury their dead.
Who is the dead he talking about, Bakwash? Is these people dead people that he talking about? When he say let the dead bury the dead. The first dead. When he say let the dead, who are those people?
The dead people who are the ones that are not in the truth.
The people who don't have life. What is the life? The law, statutes, and commandments. The people who are not following the things that will keep us and get us the kingdom. The people who are not living by the law, statutes, and commandments. People who don't have the knowledge of the truth. Let those people do that. What did he want him to do instead of going to bury his father? Did he want him to just not go because it was against the law for him to go? Did he want him to just not go and sit at home and play video games and not mourn his father? No. The reason he said let the dead bury the dead is because it was work that needed to be done. And he needed him to understand that this work was more important than him paying his respects, than him being there for the other people that was going to be there. Answer your question out. No, it's not against the law for you to go to a funeral. If you're going to go, just know you will not be able to do the work of the Lord for 7 days because you'll be unclean. All right, you can't come to camp. If there's a physical class in your city, you can't go there. You can't do anything. Now, our class that we have here online, over the phone, you can come there, all right? But at the same time, what you want to get in the habit of doing is making sure that the Lord's business comes first, not emotional things that are of the world. You understand? All right. Yeah. So the answer is no. There is no law against it. Anybody?